Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to the beach, so let's go. So I'm at the west coast here in Sweden, and it's migration time. It's early September, and I'm at a beach that is frequently visited by migrating birds flying south. And today I hope to find some wading birds, small ones, and I'm looking for some good spot to lay down and put up my camera. So the migrating birds, they are flying along the coastline and fly during the night and come here midday somewhere. So the migrating birds have just arrived. They will probably have a pit stop here and eat before they head further south. And the trick is to get close without scaring them, but I plan to walk slowly without any big movements, go down, lay down, and just wait. They will, of course, take off as soon as I approach, but there won't be many minutes before they get back to their eating session. So on this beach you can see there are some almost reflection pools where there are some smaller birds. And my plan is to go down there and lay down. Put some simple camo net over me and just wait. It doesn't take much of a camo to do this photography on the beach, partly because the birds are in search of food and that is their main priority. But also if you use earthly colors like green or brown, it will actually blend in really good with the beach here. Of course, using a ghillie suit or similar would make you disappear completely, so the public would get closer. But I enjoy the freedom of being able to move my camera without being restricted by a hide, for instance. Well, it only took a few minutes and all the birds were back, so I'm happy with that. Now just a waiting game to get the right opportunity and the right bird in front of the camera, so see what happens. These shorebirds, they are really quick and they move very fast over the shore searching for food, so I prefer to film them in slow motion to get all the details in their behavior. I find that quite interesting. So the ones with the short beak, they look for food close to the surface. And with longer beaks, of course, they can search deeper down the sand. I chose this beach because I can actually get down to the water level, even though I use some kind of support for my camera not to have it laying in the sand or getting wet. And it's a perfect day for this because there are mostly clouds and not so hot, so I won't get any haze close to the surface, which would happen if there was more sun up or warmer day. Another reason that I choose this beach is that it's covered in three sides with the shoreline, so it has an opening to the south, and that means when the sun sets, the sun will still hit the birds in front of me. This time of the year, the beach is full of feathers. The young ones they shed, or whatever you call it, feathers on the resting places, on the spots like this, and wind and water push them up on the beach, and it almost creates sometimes like a snowy field of feathers, which might be disturbing in the photo, but in some photos it is actually quite nice. Some birds that usually doesn't live on the shore, they are attracted by all the flies and insects that are living close to the shoreline. You can get a feel for how muddy it is when you see the small birds just not weighing much, how they sink down in the muddy surface. So that's a good thing to remember when you're getting out like this, is bring some kind of cover so you don't have to lay in that mud. So like in most places where there are food, there is also some kind of hierarchy. You have some birds that go around looking for food, and when they find food, their behavior will attract others that will try to take over the food spot and chase them away. Even the flies walk on water. This looks like a bird that only has one leg, but I actually saw it earlier. So it has one leg, but it has pulled it up into these feathers. But for some reason, maybe it's hurt or has an injury. He only uses one leg when he's jumping around. So here you see the true motion, how fast they are moving over the sand. You have a long beak, you will have to clean it well, and they also attract mud and sand and other stuff, and you want to have that clean bill if you're a bird. I know I would. So I am not a birder. That means that I'm not quite sure all these small birds what they are, but I still enjoy watching their behavior and learning how they move around and interact with each other. So if you know what kind of birds we are watching, you can write it down in the comments. I am struggling to find out the exact name. So I took the opportunity when the small birds flew off, as they did frequently, by no reason at all, and snuck out of there. And I think it was a very good evening here. It's still time to get some more shots, but I think this will wrap up this video here. So as usual, there will be some photos in the end. I hope you enjoyed them, and also I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up, write a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.